Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
It's day 2 of the government shutdown and there's still no end in sight. Good evening, I'm Kent Lutz, and the impact of the shutdown is about to be felt by millions as the start of the new work week begins. Lawmakers spent Sunday looking for a way to get the government back open before millions head to work tomorrow morning, but the only agreement so far seems to be that someone else is to blame for this shutdown. Weijia Zhang reports from Capitol Hill, where the Senate is in for another late night.
The Senate chaplain opened Sunday's session with an urgent prayer for lawmakers.
Direct their steps as they discontinue the blame game.
But on day 2 of the federal government shutdown, the blame game was still going strong.
Lines all across America are laying the blame for this government shutdown right at the feet of Senate Democrats and their filibuster.
Republicans have a short-term spending bill to fund the government. Democrats so far have rejected it.
It all really stems from the president, whose inability to clinch a deal has created the Trump shutdown.
Democrats want a deal to protect so-called dreamers and say President Trump backed away from their tentative immigration compromise.
All along, the president's saying, well, I'll do DACA and dreamers in return for the wall. He's got it. Can't take yes for an answer.
Some Republican lawmakers have also expressed frustration with President Trump and the White House.
I think he's got a good understanding of what will sell, and every time we have a proposal, it is only yanked back by staff members.
Senator Lindsey Graham and more than 20 colleagues from both sides of the aisle huddled Sunday to come up with a new compromise.
We're making progress. We're making progress. We agree on that.
Now they're trying to sell their leaders on a plan to reopen the government before Monday morning. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has set the next vote for after 1 a.m. tonight. The White House said in a statement the president isn't negotiating on immigration while, quote, the Democrats hold the government for millions of Americans and our troops hostage. And the shutdown is already affecting some Montanans. That impact from the shutdown are being felt all over the country, including in Great Falls for some military families. Last Friday, the Senate failed to move forward with a short-term spending bill, leading to the government shutting down on the 1-year anniversary of President Trump's inauguration. A military wife and mother of 2 say that regardless of what side of the political aisle and spectrum, elected officials have duty to the people.
This isn't about if you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. You're elected by the American people, and you're supposed to have our best interest at heart. It's a very dangerous precedence to be set when we continually furlough our civilians and we shut down our government.
Personnel at both Malmstrom Air Force Base and Montana Air National Guard won't get paid until the government is back up and running. Once that happens, federal employees should receive back pay. Coming up at 10, you'll hear from the 2 military spouses on why this time is stressful for many families across the country. And now switching gears to weather, it was a pretty quiet day out there today, but it looks like it won't stay that way for long. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Aaron Yost, who has the latest on Northwest Montana weather. Aaron.
Yeah, we're in for some more snow here overnight tonight into the day tomorrow, so hopefully you got a chance to get out there and enjoy some of the blue sky many of us got to see earlier today. This was downtown Hamilton, our First Security Bank iCam. Of course, those clouds have definitely started to thicken up from the west, and that's in response to that incoming system, already bringing rain and snow to some of the northern Rockies, again, just off to the west. So that is expected here overnight tonight and into much of the day tomorrow. Shouldn't amount to much. We could see a couple spots of some very light accumulation, a little bit more for area passes. I've got the extended forecast, which will stay pretty active, coming up shortly.
Thanks, Aaron. If you're a fan of poodle skirts and high-water jeans, then you may want to check out Happy Days, the musical at MCT Center for Performing Arts.
It's got that really great sense of humor that is really entertaining to come see, especially during this time of year when we're right in the middle of winter and you really need a good laugh. And it's really got that light beat music that is really nice, especially in a musical.
A rockin' rhythm so you can't sit still.
Based on the popular television sitcom The Musical stars the characters Richie Cunningham, Potsy, Ralph, Pinky Tuscadero, and Fonzie. The show, set in the 50s, follows the town's attempt to stop their favorite diner from being turned into a shopping mall.
The most rewarding part is just getting to perform with this entire group of people. They all come from different walks of life and very, very different walks of life from what the actual characters are.
You and your family can catch the show up until the 28th of this month. And we continue our coverage of a story out of California. The Turpin siblings, 7 adults and 6 children, continue to recover in hospitals after being rescued last week from a house of horrors in Paris, California. Their parents have pleaded not guilty to multiple counts of torture, abuse, and imprisonment. David Begnaud has disturbing new details in this case.
We did not get one phone call, nor did the police department. And we have staffs, teams of professionals that man our hotlines 24/7.
Your agency handled 60,000 calls last year. Did you ever get a call about this family?
Not one. How sad is that?
A source close to the investigation tells CBS News all of the 13 children have diminished mental capacity. The 17-year-old daughter has a first-grade level education. They are all extremely pale, scared, and skittish. After being freed, they specifically asked social workers if they could stay together. They didn't ask anything about their parents. And they were, according to our source, astounded that people wanted to help them. After receiving clothing, some describe being honored to finally have shoes of their own. Eventually, investigators could get a window into their world. Nearly every child kept a journal. Several boxes of them were recovered inside the home. One thing that county officials have been weighing: what happens next for the 6 children who are already adults over the age of 18, a legal age, and no longer minors?
Given that the adult children could walk away at any moment but have cognitive issues, are you thinking about going to a court and asking that you get custody of them?
We will be seeking court authorization for the adult children as well as the minor children, and if conservatorship is necessary, that's what we will be seeking.
The Corona Regional Medical Center behind me is where the adult children are being cared for, all in the same room actually. A home has been found for the children, all of them, in the foster care system, and we're told they should be moving there within the next week or two. We also asked if any distant relative of the victims had called offering to adopt them. We were told, quote, not one. David Begnaud, CBS News, Corona, California.
According to the California Department of Education, the home that those kids were living in was registered as a private school called Sandcastle Day School. David Turpin, the father, was listed as the principal. Alrighty, coming up next, MTN's Russell Nemitz reports on the Census of Agriculture, a survey that collects data from ranchers and farmers that portrays the overall picture of American agriculture.